Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing the S.H.Figuarts Son Goku Daima version. So this is the adult Goku Daima figure. You may or may not have already seen reviews on this figure, as I am very late to the party. It's taken me a while to get everything in order to start reviewing figures regularly, and I know that you wouldn't have really noticed anything on the channel because I like to bulk set up videos. But this is my first time actually recording audio since coming back from my massive Japan trip, so I'm a little bit rusty in this, just figuring it all out again. And a lot of these figures that I'll be looking at over the coming weeks, a lot of people have already looked at them. This is my chance to look at them now if you were keen to see my opinions on them, if they've changed or vary based on others. So, the adult Goku Daima, it's not everyone's favourite design, honestly, but I do actually quite like it. I think it works well as a powered down Goku, and the figure itself is very, very accurate to the source material because Daima has a very distinct art style. Alright, so first things first, we'll take the figure out of the box so you can see what he comes with. So we've got the figure itself, 4 faces, an alternate hair piece, an alternate skirt piece, and an assortment of paired hands. Pretty normal for a Goku, and pretty normal for most Dragon Ball figures, honestly. The swappable skirt part and hair part is something that they've done a lot more recently, and it is pretty cool that they are doing it more regularly now, and it does match for the most part to what the Daima Goku came with, minus the power pole. But taken out of the box and put on a display here is Daima Goku, and like I said, looks pretty good, very accurate to the source material. Love it or hate it, this is the Daima look, and I don't mind it one bit. I think proportions are good, the silhouette looks nice, he's not overly bulky or anything like that. He really does read as that adult Daima Goku, which is like, he's not a younger Goku, but he looks younger, and that's just generally the Daima look, and I think it works pretty well. Generally, you could also reuse this gi design and sort of cobble together a new SSGS Goku for the Resurrection of F look for the Whis gi. I feel like you could repurpose this for that, but it is what it is. For now, I think it works pretty well for Daima Goku. The color is a bit different to the mini Daima Goku, as you can see in this comparison. They look good together, but the orange is a much more saturated orange in the adult Goku, so it's a lot more of a deeper orange. The Daima mini Goku is a lot brighter. And here he is next to a Blocky's Transformers figure, just because I really like the Blocky's figures and I've bought a lot of them recently. And here he is next to the SS86 Optimus Prime, because he was just on my desk and I wanted to do a size comparison. So posability on Daima Goku is something else. So he's got a ball joint at the head and neck, which allows for pretty good movement. I think it's a double ball joint in the head, I'm not 100% sure, it didn't feel like a hinge. The arm can rotate all the way around, and there is the standard butterfly. The top of the gi is rubberized, so it can bend with the motion of the figure. It's a little bit tight. I'm not a huge fan of them doing this in figures, but it works well enough. I'm just not sold on it. There is a bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, and hinge at the wrist. There is a bit of an ab crunch, but it is somewhat limited due to that soft gi as well as the other structure of the body. There is a ball joint in the sort of waist torso-ish area, which allows for swiveling. Not much crunching. There is a mod you can do to increase this, but I didn't do it. The legs can split that far with the basic skirt piece on, which is actually really cool. The skirt is slightly rubberized as well and has some nice cuts in it, so you can do the splits that far without any issue at all, which is pretty damn cool. Thigh swivel, you can kick forward and back that far, which is also incredible. There's a single bend at the knee, but it is more than enough, and the foot can rotate around, hinge up and down, the toe can bend, and the ankle can pivot. And you do also get an alternate skirt piece to increase the movement even more. I would say that it's not necessarily there to increase the movement, but I'd say increase to decrease the stress on the skirt piece, so it doesn't really force itself into a certain shape. So I don't think it's there for mobility's sake, I think it's for longevity's sake, if that makes sense. For the faces, Goku comes with a standard smiling face out of the box, which looks really nice. I like the bright-eyed look, also matches well with the mini Daima Goku. He's got a more serious, determined look. He's got a teeth-gritted, angry looking to the side face, as well as a shouting face. All of these faces are also compatible with the windswept hair, and I'm not a huge fan of the look of this windswept hair. It does serve its purpose, but I think it works better in certain contexts than others. It's not a super actiony hair. I think it works good for flight poses and stuff like that. I don't think it works too well for fight poses. But in general, you can get the figure into some really, really good poses. Feels really good to play around with. I had no issues with it at all, and I think that I'm not alone in that. I think that the figure has sort of taken everyone by storm, that they didn't think it would look or feel nearly as good as it actually is. But here we are. Very, very fantastic figure. Really good looking. Will be a great base going forward for a lot of future Dragon Ball Daima figures, because I imagine they'll be using parts of this for an eventual Super Saiyan 4 Goku, maybe even a Super Saiyan 3, probably just like a regular Super Saiyan that has swappable heads, maybe, who knows. But for what it is, I think it is a fantastic figure. I would say that this is the baseline 3.0 going forward, but it is engineered differently to those, and they've just recently announced an actual proper 3.0 perhaps leading into 4.0 Super Saiyan Goku, where it's him at the Cell Saga, where he's got the same legs as this Goku but the same upper torso as the Ultimate Gohan from the Super Hero movie. So it's kind of interesting to see where we're going from there. He's also got the legendary Super Saiyan head sculpt, so very, very interesting to see what happens from here on out. But this figure in and of itself is absolutely fantastic, and even if you don't like the Daima series or the Daima figure line, this is an absolute fantastic, probably must-buy figure from the S.H.Figuarts line. I imagine the Vegeta will also be in a similar case. Hopefully this review will be up before that Vegeta comes out, but he looks similarly fantastic. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.